Hey guys, so today is a bittersweet day. I closed on a property that for the very first time I lost money on. And today I'm going to talk about the 5 lessons that I learned from these transactions. Welcome to the Cash Flow Talk. Hey guys, welcome to the Cash Flow Talk. So today's a very bittersweet day. I am excited, I am pumped, I am happy that I'm getting rid of a problem. It was real estate can bring you a lot of knowledge and a lot of positive things, a lot of money, but also a bad deal can also kill you and destroy you and set your mood in a very negative way. So I am super excited because today I'm finally able to say I am done with a big problem. It was a property that we purchased about 2 years ago. It was a higher end market property. And just to bring you the backstory of it, I am used to doing flips between $100,000 and $300,000, and I've done over 100 flips. But this time, about 2 years ago, a year and a half ago, a partner of mine told me, hey, this is a great deal. This is a great property. What if we partner up on this one? It's a higher end luxury market property in Miami Beach. Why don't we do it together? I agreed to do it without having all the funds together, but we estimated that we were going to get in and get out in about 6 months. We were going to do the regular job, renovations, permits, inspections, put it in the market, sell it for retail price. Numbers were great. Unfortunately, there were many things that I couldn't control, and I'm going to talk about the top 5 things that I learned from these transactions today. So to end the story, we ended up keeping the property for 2 years because the permits took way too long. The wave in the Miami Beach market for single family homes went down for the luxury market. As you all know, the market went also down for the luxury pre-construction in South Florida. So we missed a specific time, a specific year that we could have sold the deal. And again, I'm going to talk about the 5 mistakes that I made that I think I can learn from. But it's a bittersweet day. I am happy that I'm getting rid of this problem, but also it's sad because it's in 10 years that I've been in the business and so many transactions that I've done, is the very first time that I lose money, and I'm losing big time on this one. Anyways, let's get to it. Number 1, controlled investments. What do I mean by controlled investments? Controlled investments, what I mean by that is, if I know for you to be successful, you have to make repetitive action. If something is working, just keep doing the same thing over and over again. What did I do with this property? Something was working with me. I was in the market between $100,000 and $300,000 properties, and everything was working fine. Everything has been working fine. I keep doing those renovations. I'm talking about this specific deal. We purchased this property for $997,000. Obviously, I didn't have all the funds. I had to partner up with 2 other people. The contractor ended up becoming a partner because we didn't have the funds to pay him off with the repairs. So we said, okay, we'll pay you with the profit of the deal. What else? I didn't have all the funds, and also the holding costs were crazy high. Holding costs meaning the hard money loan, taxes, insurance, permits, water bill, electric bill. This is a major renovation. This is a bigger project, and I needed to have deeper pockets to get into this property. So my lesson number 1 is controlled investments. Control the investment you're in. If something is working, I would have rather done 2 or 3 or 5 or 10 of the $100,000 to $300,000 properties instead of jumping into a big deal. I knew there was a risk. I knew I was willing to take it. And to be honest with you, nowadays, now that I think about it, I don't regret it. I would be upset. I would be mad. I would be frustrated if somebody would have stolen from me. But fortunately, it was just the market. You know, things happen. It was a mistake in the market. It was a mistake in our end. We spent too much money in renovations, and that's pretty much it. So number 1, control your investment. If something is working, keep doing it. If you're going to jump into something new, expect that it could go very well, but it can also be very bad. So number 1. Number 2, keep funds available. Understand what available funds you have, and know that these projects may take longer than expected. What do I mean by that? We were expecting to close on this property within 6 months. Yeah, renovations would take 2 or 3 months. Then put it in the market will probably take another month or two, and then selling it will probably gonna take another month to close. That would have been 6 months, maybe 9 months max. Unfortunately, when we had the inspections into the property, we found out some structural damages in the property. So we had to re-roof the entire place. We had to restructure the entire property, got the entire place out, and we overspent over $250,000 in renovations and structural damages and repairs and renovations. And it was just a crazy mess. So I didn't have the funds available for this. And during all this time, it was time that we were spending in renovations and we weren't marketing the property. What is the problem with that? We didn't market the property at the tip point of the market. So we had to wait. The market dipped, and that killed our profit in this specific property. And I also didn't have the funds available. So the process would take longer because I would have to wait to pull a permit or to finish the renovation or to do this and this and that everything requires money when I had money available. So every step of the process had to wait a little longer than expected. And we also ended up refinancing on the property one time, which killed us also in the profit because we spent a lot of money in points and new hard money expenses and renovating the loan, so renewing the loan and all of that. So that created more closing costs and taxes and insurance and all these crazy nightmares that all comes down to money and expenses. So that was number 2. Have your funds available for a longer period of time if you're going to jump into a project. So for these big, massive project that I was doing, I should have had more funds available so I could finish the renovations and pull the permits and do everything much faster and easier and more effective. Number 3, don't lose control. And that's one of the problems that we had with this property. I lost control of the deal because I'm used to doing renovations and I'm used to doing the flips where I am the decision maker. I am the one making the decisions of what floors going there, what toilets going there, what kitchen I pick, what colors I pick, what do I do with the pool, what do I do with the AC if I want to renovate it or if I want to fix it. Everything that has to do with the project, I make the decisions. Unfortunately, this was a bigger deal that I got into and I didn't put all the money into the project. So obviously there were other partners into consideration, and because it was a bigger deal and somebody was putting more money than I was, then I gave them full control even though I think I know more about the construction side of it than my partner. So I had 2 partners in the deal. So I lost control of the decision making, and that kept we ended up spending more money in the renovations, in the upgrades, spending more time figuring out what's best for the project and what's not best. So number 3, don't lose control if you're doing a rehab project, or at least that's my mistake. I shouldn't have lost control over my project. Number 4, we hired a contractor that we thought he had plenty of time to do these renovations, to pull the permits, to do the repairs, but unfortunately, he had many other jobs available. He had many other jobs that he had to take care of. So he didn't spend 100% of the focus on the energy and the time and the money to fix this specific property. He was busy doing something else. He was busy taking care of other projects. And again, this brings us to more time, more delays, more headaches. And again, me losing control over these people killed the time and the money and the energy and everything that had to do with the profit of the property. Number 5, which I already talked about it, but I'm going to say it again because it's a big lesson for me. Estimate for a longer period of time. What do I mean by that? If we were expecting to close between 6 and 9 months, which was the original expectancy of the project, things can happen. And especially me, I'm an investor. I know things happen. So if I know things are happening and I know things could happen, I should have had estimated for a longer period of time. Either bringing another partner, either get another loan or a bigger loan, estimate for more repairs, estimate for more time, have more money available to pay for the hard money expenses on the closing cost and the holding cost and the insurance and all of these things, or understand that this is out of my range and get out of the deal before I even get in. So I got excited. I probably purchased this property with my heart. I got too emotional in this, and that's one of the biggest mistakes in real estate. That's a bonus. Don't get emotional when you're doing real estate transactions. Numbers have to make sense. Fortunately or unfortunately, I don't know how to say it, because the market dipped. It's not that I didn't do the numbers right. It was a right purchase price. Now that I think about it, if we would have gone in and out the way it should have, if we would have done the repairs for much less money and have somebody that would have cared more into this property, I think we would have done much better and ended up making a lot of profit. The reason why I'm doing this video, guys, is because many people talk about the good things. Many people talk about the great things. Real estate is phenomenal. Real estate is where you can create true wealth. I talk about it all the time. I'm so grateful for it. But not many people are willing to say the bad things. And here I am trying to tell you guys, trying to share my story with this specific property and tell you sometimes it's tough. And honestly, the money that I lost in this deal, it probably costed me a year of work, but it's okay. I accept it because it was my mistake. I accept the mistake. I accept the responsibilities. And I accept that when the market dipped and it took so long for it to be renovated, it was my fault and my fault only. And again, that's why it's kind of a bittersweet. I am getting rid of a problem. I am coming out in the red big time. But that's okay. Nobody stole from me. Nobody took advantage of me. I wasn't, there wasn't bad faith from somebody else. So it was just the market. It's just being part of the business. And that's it. Learn and continue. Learn and move on. Correct and continue and keep doing deals so we can make up for the red ones. And at the end of the day, the person who is successful is not the person that never loses. Is the person that makes more good or successful deals than the bad deals. Luckily for me, it's the very first time that I do a bad deal that it works out in the negative, that I'm in the red, but it is what it is. Guys, I'll see you next time. If you like this story, let me know, share it, comment, let me know what you guys are thinking. Subscribe below, guys. Come on, subscribe below. If you're liking what I'm saying, if you like our videos, me and my wife are doing with the cash flow talk, let us know. And if you guys have any suggestions of any other videos that we should be talking about, I'm trying to share my story. I'm trying to share my experience as an investor, as a business owner, how to deal with sales and marketing and properties. So connect with us, guys. Let us know what your thoughts are, and I'll see you next time. Subscribe.